Alright, we're gonna jump in real fast today. Hopefully, I was planning on actually doing normal mono white taxes in modern today, but some stuff came up, and turns out a little bit busy. Me and my girlfriend are getting a cat next week, and we wanted to do some cat shopping, but I still wanted to get on my stream. So I'm gonna run through a quicker league. So we're playing Thalia Stompy instead to crush people super fast, and then we're gonna go order the things that we need. But anyway, probably I'll get back to mono white eventually. I've been kind of putting mono white on the wayside because I've been really messing around with this Thalia Stompy archetype. Oh god, do I still have this open here? I need this spreadsheet and Thalia Stompy. Yeah, here we go. Anyhow, so I should probably stop just talking about what I'm doing and just go ahead and do it. I still have the 5th game in the Legacy League that I never did. I don't know if I'll end up dropping or if I'll play the last league eventually, but not for today. Today we kind of want to get in and get out real fast. So we're gonna stomp some people. Excuse me. Make sure everything's in order. Yeah. I was planning on doing... You already crushed my hype over 3-3 humans. Wait, which one are we talking about? There are a lot of sweet spoilers today, so you're gonna have to... I'm gonna have to get clued in on all these names and stuff. I was excited for some of it, but 3-3 something... Whatever you're... But yeah, I'm totally ready to rain on your parade if that's what you're into. The Ratch is our opponent. Would like to be on the play. Ugh, let's see, it's like fine, not great. I think I'm supposed to keep it. It's a little bit awkward, but we can run out Thalia first. If it dies, we have backup Thalia with multiple Arbiters. We're hoping my opponent is not on humans, because then we will just concede and move on to the next game. Because these are easily my worst cards in the humans matchup. What do I want my opponent to be on? Probably like Storm or... What surges their library a lot and also gets hurt by Thalia? Who mulligans? I don't know. Opponent's deck I want them to have a lot of fetch lands and non-creature spells. I'll lead with Temple in case we try a non-painful white source. It is kind of free to just not take this damage. Temple Garden. Are we against Boggles? Ooh, nope. So Thalia's not going to be very good against my opponent. I might just play Noble here. Or I might just play Arbiter here, since my opponent's likely on some company deck. Either like the green-white value deck or some sort of Vizier combo. So I think Leonin Arbiter just in general is going to be stronger than Thalia. Might try to play Thalia next turn or something to stifle a Collected Company, depending on what my opponent does. Could just play out Displacer, although if we draw another land, we're set to have Displacer plus activation on turn 4. So that might be better. Because we could, like, blink an Arbiter or something. Or even tap down one of their creatures, tap down a Noble Hierarch to prevent them from using the mana. I should just pull up the spoilers, so when people come in talking about talking about cards that I'm not totally in the blind. Opponent is taking a little while. Oh, wait. Wait. Temple Garden? These cards don't match up properly. I think I just want to thought on my opponent here. As much as I kind of want to Thalia them, I think it's probably... Yeah, it's going to be more mana efficient to Thalia if I draw another land. Although I guess it actually wouldn't be, because I could displace her with Thalia or something. I do want to thought on them just to see what's going on under the hood. I want Displacer down to be able to stop this. I want to do a lot of things, but hopefully TKS can slow him down. I hope we're not just dead. This is a little dangerous. Yeah, no, they don't have another land. Might just take the Blossoming Defense. They're nowhere near this Become Immense. This Apostle's Blessing does nothing but my bunch of color stuff. If they draw a land, they can go Groundswell, Blossoming Defense, hit me for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So tempted to hit the Blossoming Defense to try and set up a Displacer. But they're going to dismember my Thought Knot if they don't draw the land. He's playing against Bant Infect, I guess? I don't understand why this Temple Garden is my opponent's deck. I think I actually kind of want them to dismember my Thought Knot, because that means they don't dismember the Displacer, so we're going to take the Blossoming Defense. Tag Spree. They can spend their mana dismembering the Thought Knot to draw a card to try and find more lands. Hopefully we find another land so we can just get Displacer down, and that should be pretty close to GG. That's fine, I got nothing. Dismember. Oh, they drew Glistener Elf, alright, so they're holding up the Dismember. So let's attack. We want to play this... Let's see if they dismember now. I imagine they do. Then we can just play Displacer. You could Groundswell and eat my Leonin Arbiter, but I think I'm fine trading Leonin Arbiter for Groundswell. They probably have to dismember here, and then we can just deploy Displacer safely. Yeah. I almost want to get down Thalia more than I want to get down Displacer, though. But they can't. They're nowhere near this Become Immense. This Impossible Blessing doesn't do a lot. It's only the Groundswell. I guess if they draw another... If they hit land and they have like another 4, I die. If they have like another pump for 4. Is it worth it? No, I think we just need to... Because if I play Thalia and then they just hit me for like 4 or 6 with this Blighted Agent, then we're just going to die. We need to get this Displacer online to win. Reply to Todd Anderson on his bad takes on Incredibles 2. Dude, I wasn't going to talk shit to Todd Anderson, man. Am I dead? Yeah, I'm dead, right? Yeah, that's exactly 8. Bummer. This is kind of what I wanted to play around by playing the Thalia instead. But if I play Thalia here, they can just Groundswell only. They don't need to cast the Blossoming Defense. And then they can just Blossoming Defense me next turn unless I hit exactly the land drop. We're just gonna continue the trend of losing to Infect, even though I maintain that it's an excellent matchup. My opponent does not have they have Ink Moth. Probably just cut Smashers. Or on the play, I'll cut a Gemstone Caverns. Like that. Is that chicken now? Yeah. I mean, he said a lot of good things about The Incredibles, too, as well. He just said some things that I disagreed with. I'm not the type that's gonna get at someone on Twitter about that. This hand's fine. I don't even think I want to play turn 1 Thalia, though. I'm gonna keep it. But I don't think... Because they're not gonna play a non-creature spell on turn 1 here. I think I'd rather hold the Spirit Guide for later if I need a mana. If I'm ending up on like turn 5, I can play Displacer plus pitch the Spirit Guide for a quick activation or something. Or even just play Displacer next on turn 2 or something like that. That seems kind of bad, but it's a distinct possibility. Maybe we'll just draw Chalice, and then life will be great. I guess nothing. Interesting. Multiple Ghost Quarters is nice against Ink Moth Nexus. We have Displacer into Thought-Knot. I wonder if the Temple Garden's for like sideboard Geist of Saint Traft. I've seen that in some Infect lists. Maybe they just had the one of Temple Garden. The card I was referring to. Oh, Isarith the Awakener. The 3/3 res, the human guy. Yeah, okay. Sure, Dismember Thalia. Deal. Do I want to Thought-Knot my opponent? Or just play a Displacer? Opponent has 6 cards in hand. I think I want to Thought-Knot them. Next turn I can Displacer or leave a Ghost Quarter up. Vines, Mutagenic Growth, Might, Blossom Defense. So they animate, they only have 1 mana. They have Blossom Defense and a Vines for protection. I could take the Blighted Agent since that's actually annoying to deal with. Yeah, I can beat an Ink Moth with double Ghost Quarter. Yeah, just take the Agent. You might have looked it up while I was gone. I just like didn't understand what you're saying here. I see the I get it now. 3/3 res human. Oh, and DT is Death Touch. Okay, yeah, now I'm understanding it. I also just assumed you were referring to a white card, but just because I play too much Death and Taxes. Opponent unlikely to kill me here. It's 1, 5. Even if they drew another Mutagenic Growth, I think they just straight up can't kill me, right? They're gonna Might it, yeah. Hit me for 5, but then we have this Ghost Quarter, and then... Yes, the 2/1 flying dude is the one that I'm excited for. Kill the Ghost Quarter while they're tapped out of their 2 protection spells. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's obviously not a very good Tarmogoyf card, just because it's a one-time effect. I think it's definitely for stuff like Dredge and opponent's just dead. Dredge, Hollow One with like a bunch of their creatures, Grishol Brand, in a pinch, you can like counter a Snapcaster Mage by sacking it if they're flashing back something more relevant. It's definitely not a good card against Tarmogoyf, but the card is I think I like it a lot. I'm excited, especially in Eldrazi taxes. I could see it as just another activator for stuff like Wasteland Strangler. Just makes your Stranglers more consistent, while also being possibly main deckable Graveyard Hate. So on the draw, we're going to bring Caverns back in, and I think cut the third Smasher, because finishing the game is not the biggest deal here. It's just all about weathering the... not dying in turns 1 through 3. Do I like it over Rip? Rip is very powerful. I don't think I would, like, sideboard it because it's, like, suddenly better than Rip. It's definitely more main deckable, that's kind of the draw to it. Like, you can play 1 or 2. I'm definitely interested in Legacy. In Modern, a little bit less so. But I would still be playing Rips in the board if I wanted to. But Rip's also kind of at a low point in terms of power level right now. Well, hand's great. We have turn 1 Chalice on 1 and a Deckenstone. What am I pitching? Probably pitching this Arbiter. I could pitch a land, actually. No, I'll pitch the Arbiter. I guess Earth for Black White D&T, so I want to... It seems a little bit, like, win more for me. I'm not the biggest fan. Thalia as well. So we're just going to Chalice them. Because it's the trigger's only on attack, right? That's the biggest issue. It's just 3/3 for 3, and then it gets bolted and dies, right? If I can find it anywhere. Whenever it attacks, you can pay X. Opponent's on mono creature hand. 3 creatures. That's 3 creatures with different names is dangerous. So we can play Thalia to brick wall this. We start taking 2 a turn. Actually, no, we can just play Displacer to... Because Displacer... And then next turn we can have Thalia plus Activation. Or Activation plus Deckenstone or something like that. Or Thalia plus Deckenstone. 90% of all creatures... I mean, yeah, they die to bolt, but you extract value is the thing, right? You can use Flicker Wisp to flicker something and get more value. You can use Displacer to blink something and, like, value. You play this card and then it just dies. That's the biggest issue. Thalia makes them pay extra mana for their bolt. Just gonna fire off this Displacer. And it doesn't, like, it just doesn't... You have to pay... You basically recast the creature, right? Because you have to pay its CMC in whatever color. You have to pay for it again. Yeah. It's on attack. That's my biggest beef with it, is that it's just on attack. It doesn't do anything immediately. Yeah, okay. I'm not defending, like, oh, this Displacer is terrible because it's a 3/3 for 3, and look, it just died to a Dismember. Unplayable Magic card. But there's a ceiling and there's a floor on Magic cards, and these cards, like, demand answers. And I don't think the ceiling on Isserith is high enough. Because you're just kind of recasting the cards from your graveyard. And it has to attack into things where it can possibly just get blocked and die and get, like, the one card of value. So dismember this. They're at 13. We're at 3, in fact. We can Deckenstone this Blighted Agent plus play Thalia, I think is the best bet. And we're still taking pot shots for this Ink Moth, but it gives us time to find outs. How many 3-power first strike dudes are there in Modern? I don't think there are a lot. I think there are a decent number of creatures where opponent's probably fueling their... Oh yeah, opponent's definitely fueling a Become Immense. We might just die, right? Is Become Immense 6/6? And it's like... I don't know exactly the text on it. They need another land, though. We need to find a Ghost Quarter or a Displacer or a... That's almost it for Ink Moth. Or a Copter. That does shit. Yeah, I don't think there are a lot of 3/3 first strikers unless you're playing a mirror match and your opponent plays a Blade Splicer, then you get kind of bodied. Thalia Heretic Cathar sometimes is played in humans, but not really. More likely Thalia with a 1/1 counter on it. Right, yeah, opponent's trying to find lands, so they can activate their Ink Moth plus use a Become Immense or whatever. They did find a land. That lets me attack at least. I need to clock my opponent before they can actually get to this. I don't know. I think, is Become Immense Delve 5 or Delve 6? I think it's Delve 5, and that makes me really nervous. Blocking it from the opposite side. Yeah, because it's a 2-for-1, right? If you block and trade with it, and then it bought a card back. Opponent's not even attacking with the Ink Moth. Interesting. So I could almost chef it Dunes for lethal, right? 3 plus 4 is 7. Is it worth it to attack with both to try to set up lethal? Is my opponent trying to set up a block? I think we'll just attack with Heretic Cathar, I guess. Alright, so they're in chump blocking mode next turn at least. Because we can, if we activate Shephadunes, then they actually have to block with this Glistener Elf. Actually, I'm kind of concerned because blocking with Glistener Elf actually lets them fuel Delve. I'm just firing off more 1-drops here. Yeah, I got nothing, opponent. Yeah, I think the ceiling on the card is very high, obviously. But I think the matchups where you would want a card like that are just not matchups where you're realistically going to be able to attack with your 3/3 for 3. Like, Jund and Jeskai are just going to kill it. Ooh, we have another Thalia. That's not very helpful unless this one somehow dies. So my opponent has 5 cards in the graveyard. Alright, now I need to actually look up. Become Immense. Become Immense is Delve 5. So my opponent cannot cast it with the Thalia. If they animate their Ink Moth, attack with it, they'll have 1 green and 5 Delve. So if I attack and they block with the Glistener Elf and they have Become Immense in hand, I will lose the game. But I don't think I can afford to just not attack. Because if my opponent doesn't have Become Immense, then we just need to kill them. But I also think it's not worth activating Shephadunes. I think it's worth just attacking with THC again. Because I can't, like, lethal them. Next turn, if they take this, then next turn I can just activate Shephadunes and lethal them. And they have to block with the Ink Moth as well. Because I'll have 2 lethal attackers. I guess I actually just attack with both and then recast this Thalia, depending on their blocks. Yeah, let's attack with both. But not activate Shephadunes. Evening Spider Space, how's it going? I think if they have Become Immense, we just die, and there's nothing I can do about it. Besides not attack, and then if they can fuel Delve with 1 more card, then we just lose anyway. Okay, so they do block. What's up, Yaz? We have the big Thalia in play. Does one have like a 2-drop pump spell? Apostle's Blessing. So that means my Thalia, my big Thalia is going to become a small Thalia here. So we're just going to cast this Thalia. Just to give my thing Vigilance. So I can block this Glistener Elf if need be. Again, they become immense, we lose. But if they don't, we win. We have 2 lethal attackers, they actually need a block. Now they have another Ink Moth. Someone mentioned it yesterday. I want to see how's the subject. They didn't mention it yesterday. It was like a week ago or something. I was talking to you about that. Someone talked about Yaz being like a banned drug or something. I was very confused. Because they talked about, like, they just said Yaz was banned or something. I was confused. I thought they were talking about the person. No, I told, yes. Okay. Well, yeah. You guys can figure it out. Okay, yeah, they become immense, we lose. Cool. There's nothing we can do about this. We did, in fact, die. 1-2'd. Man, I feel like Infect is a very good matchup for this deck, but I've lost against it twice. Just not lucky. That's not a win. Just look at people to use it because no one does research and everyone's insecure. I don't know anything about Yaz. Also ban me, please. I told them at the GP game when you Echoing Truth for my Chalice, and I still do it. Yeah, the matchup feels like it's very good, but then I always seem to just lose to it. I lost to it yesterday, or not yesterday, on Friday or whenever I played against it. Yeah, it was I 4-1'd that day and lost to Infect, which is like, I had Chalice on one, it was insane, and then I just died to Become Immense because I had no answers for the Inkmoth Nexus. But I feel like the card, so you have so many cards that are so good against whatever they're doing. Just didn't find the right pieces. Go back from seeing Hereditary. Super good? Oh, wow. My parents saw it and they thought it was, like, bad, but my parents have thought some very good movies were bad, so maybe I'll look back and look into it again. We're gonna be able to play here. This hand is horrible. Yeah, my parents are very adamant about the birth control pills. No. Yeah, this hand sucks. This hand's better. We have like Chalice into Displacer. Not the worst thing in the world. Game 2 I had Chalice on 1 into Spyglass. With 2 Dismember in hand. Rude. Yeah. That's... Yeah, I think if you just like have an active Displacer or something, that game's just over. Do I want this? I think I... Not really. I mean, I don't know what I'm playing against, so I don't know if I want this, but I have a play on 2 already, and then I'm just going to play Displacer. Good score. XJ Shark Parents. Watery Grave. Oh boy, is this Death Shadow? This Chalice is really good. Oh no, it's Mill. Okay. Well then. But we already know that. Yeah, this deck does hate me. This deck hates me a tremendous amount. It is a little bit absurd. Alright, so do I play around Fetch Land with this and play Leonin Arbiter? Do I Chalice on one? Is Chalice on one good against Mill? I could, like, Chalice... What is it? I don't even know what's in Mill decks. Do I want to Chalice on one here? I mean, probably. We're just going to Chalice on one. Next turn I can, like, Arbiter Ghost Quarter or something. I'm putting this Cavern on. Eldrazi. Guess my life tail probably doesn't matter. Now it looks like I'm playing Eldrazi Tron. This deck for sure hates me, though. Like, 100%. Oh, they did play fetch land, bummer. Also, the jig is up suddenly. But if they cast a spell and if I draw another land, I'd be more happy about just arbitering them. Because I don't want to arbiter them and then be on 2 lands and then die. They glimpse me, sure. Land? Ooh. That is for sure a land. And also another Ghost Quarter if I really need it. Yeah. That's generally my thoughts on the movie. Quiet Place was really, really good. Obviously, some of it... Or are they going to Ghost Quarter me? It's going to be a Ghost Quarter fight? I don't know if depending on if I draw my 3rd land, I might just Ghost Quarter their island. And just hope to get there with a 2/2. Hmm. You know what? We're just gonna go for it. We're playing this game, opponent. Oh, boo. Opponent has more lands. Oh, we have a Dismember for this, too? Yes. Stop getting milled, at least. Wow, opponent's not even hitting their fetch lands anymore all of a sudden. This is very disappointing. Yeah, we were in like a pretty full theater if I recall correctly. I'm so confused about the opponent's deck. But yeah, it was relatively quiet. It was like totally fine. Alright, I guess we are playing this game. Wow, never lucky. Opponent hitting mono land drops. Although they don't have any castable spells. I assume their hand is filled with 1s or something? Otherwise I would like shock that in and Mind Fury me or something. Oh man, the baby crying with Incredibles 2 was the actual worst. They screen get Ghost Quartered because they killed my Arbiter. I don't think I want to redundant Chalice on one. I don't think they're getting rid of my my first one. Yeah. Remember when we talked about that this deck hated me? This deck plays 28 mana sources. What are they? They breakinged me? Sure. What even is going on in this match? Good question. Me never hitting a land drop is what's happening. Yeah, we did it. I can cast a spell before I die. Field of Ruin, sure. Oh, they're gonna like Field of Ruin Archive Trap me, so I'm gonna die here. I don't even know if I guess I do have a Plains. Eh. We have to search. We've already searched, so if they have Archive Trap, we just lose. Oh, they don't have Archive Trap. What is in their hand? Is it actually just all 1-drops in there? Wow, it is. We got him good. Giving him the business. We might actually win this. Although my opponent's just gonna like top deck a land and kill me, or like a mill spell and kill me here. Like just glimpse, die. Wait, 7. Do we win? Do we win this game? I should have made white mana, or colored mana in case they somehow counter this in before Cryptic Command. Yes, we did it. We actually won that game, and Chalice actually brutalized them. Wow, that was the worst game of Magic I've played in a while. Or shot with hallucination. It is. I don't think I've seen Enter the Void. Sounds really weird. Maybe I'll give it another shot. I mean, I kind of dismissed it after I heard that it was like, it was kind of overrated, not very good, but definitely look into it again. Music, truly, that was a work of art. That match. What do I sideboard? This doesn't like win, right? Yeah, that's just damage. It's not like if you would lose the game. Quiet Place, It Follows, and It. That's not true. Oh, no, that is kind of true. It Follows was so good! Yes! Thank you. If you were going to say It Follows was not good, I was going to have to, like, ban you from chat or something. I love It Follows so much. No, I did like It Follows. It Follows was amazing. She regrets It Follows because she's horrified of horror movies. But she agrees that it was a masterpiece. Yeah. Again, am I sideboarding anything? I don't think so. I just like run back to 60. Worship for obviously. Yeah, free to mill them, not the other way around. I mean, is this cast out helpful? I didn't like they didn't play if they have like fraying sanity, maybe I board in the cast out. We're just gonna play the same 60. It's milled. How much do I have to respect them? A debatable amount. Rip and cast out. Yeah, I was considering like cast out, cut like a dismember or something. Actually, I'm on the draw one Gemstone Caverns. Rip is okay. It shuts off. Like really only shuts off that. It shuts off Visions from Beyond, right? What else does Rip hit? That sounds probably fine. We have Dismember for a crab into Displacer into eventually Smasher. Is there other stuff that Rip hits? Yeah, we're going to rip that crab to pieces. Crypt Incursion. Oh yeah, Jace's Phantasm is kind of a noteworthy card to hit. Crypt Incursion. Now we can go Displacer into Spear Guide Smasher. She's going to glimpse me. Frank's I don't even know. I'm not accustomed enough to know what mill decks. The text on mill cards. So next turn we just land, guide, smash them. That should be good. Maybe I should have paid attention to the cards in my opponent's hand last. They had like Opt. They had main deck Darkness was interesting. Yeah, 2-drop 3/3. OP. Fringed, yeah. Oh, don't even need the Spirit Guide. Easy game, easy life. Doesn't even Ghost Quarter me. If they Ghost Quarter me now, I'm just not going to Surge. They can Stone Rain me. I don't want to get Archive trapped. I have plenty of lands. I'll be able to cast my spells still with Stone Rain. I do not care about. You're gonna darkness? Nope. I get a field around me, so they could force me. This is when the last 4 cards in their hand are all Archive Trap, and I lose the game. We're gonna grab Basic Waste. They just Archive Trap me 4 times and we lose. They push the Displacer, but we're just gonna get there with this Smasher. If we draw a creature, we have lethal next turn. You're forced to search speed enough to get a land. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to get a land there because they could try to take me off of colorless mana for the Displacer before it died. So I am thinning my deck by grabbing the Waste, but I kind of wanted it. I guess we'll... Do I even crack Canopy? Am I that concerned? I don't think I'm that concerned about my deck size. They have 3 cards in hand. We're gonna crack this Canopy. I don't give a fuck. Okay, we didn't draw anything. So now we need to draw a creature to kill them. Oh, yeah, Bridge. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I could definitely see Mill playing Bridge. That's probably horrifying. This deck does kind of have a bridge, an Ensnaring Bridge problem. I've noticed from the amount of times I've had to play against fucking all in red. It's hard to get through a bridge, except for when you deck in stone your 3 Thought-Knot Seers. Opponent's playing a very cantrip-heavy mill deck. It's very odd, because they had Opt and Sleight of Hand in this deck. Right, we can at least attempt to lethal them if we have a creature here. Or if we draw Cavern, cast the Spirit Guide. Alright, yeah, maybe the issue is like different with Lantern because they don't interact with you on the same axis. If you're against Lantern, you can just go in like very, very quickly and try to kill them before they can really cobble together their cards. And also, you get Stony Silence as a very good hate card against them. Versus All in Red is just like, well, all of my cards kind of suck, and I have exactly like 1 cast out in my entire deck to beat a single Resolve Bridge. Like, if Mono Red plays 2 bridges, it's almost game. Yeah, Chalice is also excellent. I'll Snap Glimpse me? Snap Sleight of Hand. Oh, they're digging for Darkness? Wait. They didn't cast Sleight of Hand? Sure, whatever. Now they're at 5. No, I still need to draw something to... No, I can dismember the Snapcaster and just attack for lethal now. Okay. Opponent's dead. Cool. We did it. Don't play around mill cards. Get rewarded. 2-0 to mill. Probably an excellent... Specifically, my opponent's construction of mill is probably an excellent matchup for this deck. They had a lot of 1-drops in their deck, and that managed to actually somehow win us that game 1 with that Chalice. Because they're very cantrip-heavy, and playing Snapcasters and stuff. Very unusual deck construction, but... My board for Hall, and I have a hard time because everything is good. That's how I feel about KCI. Just like, wow, all my cards are so insane in this matchup. I can't cut any of them because they're all just bodying my opponent. I love that KCI is doing so well in these tournaments because like all my Death and Taxes variants just beat the crap out of KCI, and it's great. Is this This isn't keepable, right? This is just... If it was on the draw, I'd actually turn 1 Thought-Knot Seer my opponent. But this is still just turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer, and suddenly my hand is like 2 Gemstone Caverns and a Simian Spirit Guide. As good as turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer is, I don't think it's good enough to keep this terrible of a hand. I don't think Temple, Pass, Temple, Thought-Knot's gonna go all the way. Being in the finals like 6 weeks in a row. Yeah. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. Oh wow, this hand also sucks. Fuck Gemstone Caverns. Do I want more lands for the Smasher, or do I want, like... I think I just want castable spells. I'll hit land drops eventually. It's dying for a shot. Man, if you had top 8 at Vegas, that would have been so sweet. Really put that deck on the map. Are we against Burn? Oh, no. Dredge or Pyro? I don't think we're beating either of those right now. Oh, Dredge. Alright, we're definitely not beating Dredge with this hand. Did you just keep 3 lands, dismember 5-drop? I was on a mold of 5! What'd you want me to do? We're super dead anyway. All my opponent knows is that I have 2 Ghost Quarters in my deck. I can just concede. I'm not beating Bloodghast Prized Amalgam here. Yeah, sure, Cathartic. I am incredibly dead. Bloodghast double Prized Amalgam. Wow, that actually had terrible Cathartic reunions. Because they didn't hit another Dredger. Do I just concede here? My opponent has like 8 power next turn. This Dismember does nothing. I'm never casting the Smashers. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go game 2. My opponent knows I have Ghost Quarters in my deck. That's it, so. Yeah, they had, because Spider won the, like, the Modern Challenge the week before, or something like that. So they put his deck list up towards the beginning of the broadcast. And yeah, 11-3-1 with no buys at Vegas is insane. Alright, let's just draw Rest in Peace, I guess. Worship's probably fine. Is Cast Out worth it? Does exile things, but... What sucks in this matchup? Smuggler's Copter, I imagine? Actually, hang on. Dismember's probably the worst card in this matchup. Far and away. Chalice is kind of loose. It's good if you can get it down, because it counters, like, Faithless, but it doesn't do a whole lot. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it, but I think it's... But yeah, you get free entry to the to whatever GP you want or something like that, right? Do I want to just cut all these chalices, bring in Copter's Cast Out? These chalices feel like they kind of suck. My opponent's not really casting spells. I guess you can chalice on 2 to lock out like Loam and stuff in the future. Let's run it. Thinking's overrated. Alright, easy keep. Rest in peace, Warship, Deck and Stone. We just have all of our sideboard cards. Chalice stops. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Chalice stops like Nature's Claim and stuff. Or Natural State, whatever they may have. Yeah, I can kind of dig Chalice now. They build Conflagrate and deck more. Yeah, we'll rip that. We also have Deck and Stone and this Worship. We killed a Conflagrate with the rip. What format is GB Dallas? That's way too far away from me to... Oh, they did a Nature's Claim. Interesting. Oh well, we still have Worship and Deck and Stone that they need to beat. Can cast a Cathartic Reunion, I assume. I hope they hit like 4 prized amalgams. Hit a Narcomoeba? Oh no, they discarded the Narcomoeba, so they hit nothing? Wow. Looting. The fuck? Mill 6, essentially, I guess. Interesting. Is that common? We'll crack this canopy first. Draw another Arbiter. Is that better than Thalia here? Probably not. Opponent mills themselves. They dredge Stinkweed Imp. They have 3 prized amalgams. Alright, this Deck and Stone's looking good. Oh, Team Constructed in Dallas? Man, I love Team Constructed tournaments. They have the Dark Blast that kills my Thalia. 3 mana. What are they gonna do? Cast an Imp? Wait, what? Oh, they conflagrate my board? Sure. I don't know what the last card in their hand is. I think it's just Stinkweed Imp, right? No, they have a... No, they discarded it. I don't know what the last card in their hand is, but I think I just cast this Thought-Knot Seer. Just a mountain. Boo. Still have a milled a creature to bring back these prized amalgams, and when they do... Oh, there we go. Narcomoeba. Bringing back Imp, right? The issue is that I won't be able to attack through an Imp very well. They'll just, like, cast a 3 mana 1/2 Death Touch. Okay. Goodbye, prized amalgams. One does have 3 clues. We'll sit here awkwardly, I guess, for a little bit. They have their 4th amalgam. I don't know what their Deck and Stone best side work on way is. Pretty strong there. What I can start attacking with this. So they have 3 Nature's Claims. Interesting. So the Chalices definitely make sense. If they keep dredging, aren't they just gonna die? There's another Bloodghast. I have 13 cards in library. If they don't have another Conflagrate, this block is free, right? Dark Blast. They don't have enough mana to, like, Dark Blast, Crack Clue, Dredge back Dark Blast again. Wait, have they played... They haven't played a land yet, have they? Need to fucking drag through all this. Deck and Stoned. Alright, so they cracked a Clue, dredged Imp on my turn. Then they dredged Loam, cracked a Clue, dredged Dark Blast, attacked. So their hand is Imp, Loam, Dark Blast. So they can't crack a Clue, or Dark Blast, crack a Clue, Dark Blast. So this block is free. It's because the attack is they're playing on just Loaming and playing land. They're going to cast Loam and play land to get back to the Bloodghast anyway. Yeah. Get back Blood Guest, get back Blood Guest, get back Amalgam. Smusher. Could cast a Smusher. Puts me off of casting this Warship, which is a little bit dangerous, but we're still at 23. I was looking at my wait, what if Stoneforge Mystic is unbanned? And the clues help some Oxobles to. Oh, that's some sick synergies. They trade back Loam. So if they don't have. Trade back Dark Blast. If they don't have a third Conflagrate, I don't think they can beat this Warship. I think I'd play that very differently. I'm kind of scared that this Thoughtnaught's not actually going to be... Like, I could just cast a Warship that turn. Like, that's my other plan, right? Oh, I'd be on Chalice into Warship. I don't think Chalice does anything at this point, right? They have 7 cards left in their library, and they've milled 3 Nature's Claims. I'm not super concerned about them Nature's Claiming my Warship. I might do that next turn if I don't hit my land drop, but... Attacks like that. They might have like 2 Dark Blasts in their hand at this point. I don't even know. They have at least 1 Dark Blast. What happened to the other one? Like way back here. Dredge's Loam. City Brass Copperline. I should really be paying a little bit better attention to what cards are actually in my opponent's hand. They're going to stop milling so they can draw claim, blast the thing. And that's why I want a second creature, because I want to be able to beat Axe. I'm not 100% sure they have 4 Nature's Claims in their deck. I'm pretty sure they do have 2 Dark Blasts in hand. So we're just gonna take this. Otherwise they could like double Dark Blast my Smasher. We're just gonna take it. Our plan is to just keep creatures in play and worship them out of the game. Didn't attack with the Narcomoebe was kind of weird, but yeah. Yeah, they're never gonna be able to Dark Blast enough times to like clear my board. Even if they have 2 in their hand, they can only that's a maximum of like 3. The issue is that if they have another Conflagrate, they might get enough cards in hand to kill my stuff. Oh right, yeah, I could block a Bloodghast. That's correct. So can I die this turn? Do I play it safe and just like Chalice Arbiter to set up the Warship? My opponent has 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we have like 3 blockers. I think it's fine to Chalice then Warship. Yeah, I should be at 2 more. They can like double Dark Blast this Arbiter. I think their only out is like their 3rd Conflagrate. And there's not a lot I can do about that unless I draw something like Eldrazi Displacer to protect against that. Oh yeah, they can't Dark Blast. I have this Chalice. Nice flashback looting. So yeah, with 11 power. Yeah, now they're not attacking with their ground guys because they can't Dark Blast. So this Warship should seal the deal. Are they like gonna cast an Archimedes here? Sure. So the max cards they can have is they draw for turn, go to 8, cast Loam. They can cast like multiple Loams because they have a million mana. Okay, so they only have either post board they only have 2 Conflag Rights, or they only have 2 Conflag Rights in the deck. Either of which is like pretty notable for me. Do I want to board it any differently? No, I do agree that Chalice is suddenly a lot better. My opponent has Lightning Axe in their deck too. Lightning Axe, Nature's Claim, Faithless Looting, Dark Blast, all very important cards to shut off. Worship is gonna, yeah. See, Worship's good at milling out the opponent when they're on dredge, when they're actively milling themselves instead of milling me. I don't think I want the cast out. I think it's just like way too slow. Could use it just a cycle, but I think I could like Gemstone Caverns for a cast out or something. Could be useful to punch through a Stinkweed Imp, or exile something in a pinch, or just cycle it to dig towards Worships or Rips or Deccan Stones. Might just be better than Gemstone Caverns on the... No, we're on the draw. I'm an idiot. Gemstone Caverns is good on the draw, not good on the play. If anything, I would have boarded it out and put it in the cast out last game. But I think we'll just go for this configuration again and just draw Rest in Peace and Worship again. We're just going to have turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 Worship, or turn 2 Rest in Peace. That's the plan. I don't think this hand is nearly good enough against my opponent. I have like turn 1 Thalia. Turn 1 Thalia on the play might be good, but I don't know. Turn 1 Thalia on the draw just seems not good enough against this opponent. We could also turn 2 Smasher, technically, if we just go Temple, Spirit Guide, Smasher them. Again, I don't think... Because actually, my human's phone, if he had out, kept saying he did, they melt. Yeah, there usually are outs if you have a creature with, like, more than... Or if you have multiple creatures. Because their only out would be, like, Dismember. And if you have just, like, 3 creatures in play, they're just dead. Opponent will get into 6. Do I, like, try to just turn 2 Reality Smasher them and get that win? Is that, like, a reasonable plan in this matchup? Or do I just mulligan for hate? I think I just mulligan. How many hate cards do I have? I have 2 Worships, 2 Rips, and then to a much lesser extent 2 Deccan Stones as reasonable cards that I would like to have in my opening hand. Worship, 2 Takali, 2 Displacers, Spyglass on Staticaster. Yeah, Jesus. No one to pick up your cards. God, I want to keep this hand, but I'm gonna lose. I've played Dredge before. And if my opponent just has like Lightning Axe, we just die. They just get to discard 2 cards, kill a Smasher. Yeah, we're gonna mulligan this hand. I'm talking myself out of it. Wow, this hand also blows. I keep it. Maybe I keep this hand. We have a Scry and a draw to a land, and we have turn 1 Displacer into like turn 2 Thought Knot potentially. That's fine. We're gonna pitch the Smasher to the Gemstone Caverns. I don't think I want this Chalice. I don't have the cards to protect, and there's no ample turn. I guess I can play it on turn 1 actually. You can race them. Yeah, I was thinking about the possibility of racing them, but if they just have like a single Lightning Axe, we're just super dead that game, right? Because they get to Lightning Axe and discard like 2 cards. Maybe I want to turn 1 Chalice on one of them, actually. Maybe we do. We'll top this. Pitch this Smasher. It does prevent me from hitting a land drop, though, which is kind of dangerous. But the opponent might have tried to find anti-hate cards. So we might be able to just lock out their various 1-drops. Nature's Claims. Whatever other cards they had. Dark Blasts and such. Or we just draw another land. That'd be the best. Gotta wake up for work tonight. Night, Yaz. Good seeing ya. Reunion here. Yep, pitching Imp. Loam. Hit a Narcomoeba and a Bloodghast. I'm gonna Telepass out. Sounds good. Have a nice night. Oh, hit a land. Excellent. So now we can at least brick wall this prized amalgam. Lightning axe is turned off. I think I just take the imp. They have another imp. Don't tell me what to do. Alright, don't have a nice night. Do whatever you want. Later. I don't think Loam does... I think I'm just going to take imp. Even though they can just play another imp. Although they don't have a third land. Maybe I'm taking a Loam so they don't hit another land drop. Turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 TKS, not bad. Yeah, pretty good. Mold of 6. Opponent, I guess. People probably can't see that very well. Opponent said, turn 1 Chalice, turn 2 TKS, not bad. Indeed, very good. Also, the opponent did have a Lightning Axe. The 7 would have gone very poorly for me. Oh, jeez. This is going poorly for me. They're ready to get 2 more amalgams. Let's just draw Deck and Stone, please. I guess Thalia helps fight him off at least. They cast Loam. Play a land. Yeah, I think I definitely should have taken the Loam. I didn't notice they only had 2 lands in hand. They could have easily operated on these 2 lands, though. So I could Displacer plus Blink. Or I could just Thalia. I think Thalia stems the tide of prized amalgams better. And then later I can set up Displacer Blink. Although I guess if I play Displacer plus Blink, it also effectively blocks a prized amalgam. And it uses all my mana. So then the next turn I can Thalia plus Blink again. Well, that's the same as playing Thalia and then Displacer plus Blinking. I think I'd rather Thalia first. Sure. Opponent fetches. We just need to not get hit by a Conflagrate. I think that's the biggest issue right now. Scourge Devil. That's very scary, actually. How much does this cost? 3? Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. At least Thalia still eats an amalgam. Might have to toss Thought-Knot into the void to trade with another amalgam. Because then we take 1, 2, 3, 4. We take 8. Then they're just down to Amoeba, Amalgam. They don't have any dredgers, so they can't actually capitalize very well on the draw trigger on the Thought-Knot. Opponent, I guess, is deciding between just casting Loam or looting versus trying to Scourge Devil me this turn. They're just going to attack. Yep. And cast an Imp. Sure. They can't dredge. There's no reason I should blink right now, though. I don't think, like, Thought Seizing them is that relevant. I guess I could exile... I could, like, potentially exile their Loam or something. They are attacking with the Imp. I'll blink the Imp. Yep, they Loam. Give back a million lands, they play Thug. Sure. At what point can I start attacking? I need to start attacking eventually, or they are just going to kill me here. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with Thalia first there? Really just want to find Worship or Rest in Peace would be the ideal draws. Opponent no longer has Thug in their hand. Hit a Bloodghast. So we have 7 plus 6. We almost have actually lethal in like one shot. If we're able to like tap down a bunch of their creatures and such. All of 6, I got nothing. Take another 2. Opponent has a bunch of lands, a loam, and then these 2 in their hand, I believe. Yeah, opponent just has a pile of lands. So they keep attacking with all the flyers. Next turn we might be able to like actually, yeah, right? So this Sheffidunes has the lethal next turn. If they attack like they did again, we just take the 3, blink down 2 amalgams, untap. Oh no, because we have to blink down these other 2, and then we don't have Sheffidunes mana. We only have 7, 8, 9. We have 7 plus 6. Yeah, we still need to keep waiting then. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we're not quite there yet. But now we have so much mana we can really stop getting punched nearly as much. They hit another Stinkweed, is kind of annoying. The more blockers they find, the worse it gets for us. But now we start tapping down like 2 of their flyers. We're only taking like 1. Again, Rip, Worship would be excellent draws. Canopy. Would I rather crack Canopy or hit 9 mana? I think I'd rather crack Canopy. Ugh. Playing the wait. Yeah, we're playing the waiting game, and it's a little scary because my opponent gets to draw like 3 to 5 cards a turn as they mill with these cards. They can Conflagrate. Alright, we're probably dead now. Depends on. They could probably just Conflagrate my face almost. If they have Loam in their hands, so they Loam down to 7 up to 10 cards. They could Conflagrate my face just for 10. And then I'm almost dead on board. I could technically blink down 2 flyers, go to 1, but I think I'm just dead. They were digging like 3 to 5 cards deep for this Conflagrate. I was drawing 1 card per turn was the issue. So yeah, if I don't tap down 2 flyers here, I will die. Because they can Conflagrate for 10. I could technically flicker my Thought-Knot and eat their Loam. They might have multiple Loams in hand, though. You can swing with Big Thalia and displace after first strike. I was thinking about it. They can like they could like chump block it with stuff like Thug. They just block with Thug, put whatever on top, dredge the Thug again, and it just gives them like a dredge 4 every turn instead of a dredge 3. I think I was trying to set up one shot them or find Rest in Peace or Worship. I think we're just dead now to this Conflagrate. Because if I blink 2 flyers, they can just Conflagrate my board. If I don't blink 2 flyers, they just Conflagrate my face and I die. So if I thought not take a card out of their hand. They go to 7 cards. They can only conflagrate for 7, assuming I take a looting. I think I'm supposed to blink my thought on here. I think I'm just very, very dead, though. I guess they do draw cards. They can still conflagrate for 8, but I think we are just, like, we're pretty toast. Dredge something. Yep. So now they have 8 cards in hand. So I can technically take all of this damage, right? 1, 2, 3, and then they can conflagrate me for 8, 3, and then I'm probably just dead next turn because I can't beat their entire board of creatures. But I could. Yeah, I think my out is maybe Deckenstone is an out. I haven't done the math on it. I think I just take this. Like, then I flicker down the thug. And then hope to draw Deckenstone here. And then maybe that's an out. I haven't done the math, because I don't know if I have enough mana to Deckenstone plus Sheffield Dunes. I don't think I do, but... I could also draw Rip now, since they didn't use the Conflagrate. That doesn't do it. We're just dead to this Conflagrate now. Could we have won? So Sheffield Dunes would be tap, 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 tap. Wow, we did actually have an out here to just kill them if we had drawn Deckenstone. Kill their Prized Amalgams, activate Sheffield Dunes, attack for lethal. Worship was also now at this point, since I have, like, double Displacer, but we didn't find anything. Unless my opponent doesn't know how Conflagrate works. Maybe they think their Conflagrate gets countered by this Chalice. In which case, I will play on. They might just be able to alpha me with the Scourge Devil at this point, though. They have so many more creatures than I do. Second, yeah, we're very dead if my opponent knows how Conflagrate works. Even if they don't, I think we're pretty dead. They can loam up to 9 and just lethal me on board if they know what they're doing. There's a chance they don't, but it looks like that chance is nil. Looks like they're just going to Conflagrate X equals 9 in my face. Is there a Dredge column? Have I played against Dredge? I have not. 1-2'd. Too bad I couldn't put Chalice on 19 to counter this. Were we getting there anytime soon? Nah. Yeah, we had like 4-ish outs at that point. I think Worship... I guess 6, because Rest in Peace. We'd Worship, Deckenstone, and Rest in Peace as our outs there. This all came back. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Definitely TKSing the Loam would have turned off their Dredge engine, because with the Loam, they got to keep recasting the Loam and then just dredging it back every turn. Versus, like, the Imp, they would have just cast and it would have sat in play. It is, like, reasonably defensible, because I didn't know that that's how that game state was going to end. Because in various long terms, the imp is going to be a lot more problematic because of how much of a roadblock it is to everything, because it's just a 1-2 with Death Touch they just can cast every turn, and I'll never be able to, like, attack through it successfully. So it's not unreasonable that I didn't make the play. I think, like, in the moment I should have done the loam anyway, though, because they didn't have the third land at the time, regardless. But I think it's not, like, strictly incorrect to take the imp there. Because I didn't know that the game was going to work out to, like, a horribly stuck board stall where neither of us was going to be able to attack very well, and I was desperately trying to find exactly, like, Rest in Peace and Worship. Yeah, exactly. When I noticed they had the second Imp of the Yard in the other land, it was kind of annoying. Because I probably should have taken the loam just because I already knew they had an Imp. Because one Imp is basically infinite Imps in terms of being able to block and kill all my creatures. Yeah, did not work out. But that one was definitely on me. Alright. We're on the draw, so we have turn 1 Arbiter if we want. What would I pitch this Caverns? Wow, it actually, if I put a counter on this Gemstone Cavern, I actually can't cast the Thought Knot with it. I think I'm either pitching, it's gotta be either, like, Copter or Thought Knot, I think. It might just be Thought Knot, just because this hand isn't gonna, like, lend itself to casting a Thought Knot anytime soon. Alternatively, I could pitch nothing and just, like, but then I have to use, I'm basically using this pitch, I might as well pitch the Spirit Guide if I'm gonna do nothing. Could just pitch the Spirit Guide, honestly. Puts me really far away from Thought Knot, but just keeps all these other cards to keep me in the game. Yeah, let's pitch Spirit Guide, I'm down for that. Yeah, since I can't use the Spirit Guide to cast this Thought Knot anyway until we find a colorless source, since this Caverns actually won't be able to produce colorless mana. Basic Forest, huh? What deck is basic? I immediately draw the colorless source for this. What would be a turn 2 Thought Knot Seer, but that's fine. What deck goes Basic Forest Pass? On a 7. 7-card hand, and they're just like, yeah, Forest Pass. Ponza? Ponza probably doesn't. Oh, we're just playing against Modern Marvel. Probably have to dismember this. Modern Marvel, huh? Let's just draw a land for this Thought Knot Seer, please. Please fetch. Just crack this fetch. Dang. They saw the line. Takali ranges them by accident. Oh, man. Yes, they cracked the fetch. We did it. There's that brief pause in which I think they knew that Arbiter existed and just didn't know how to use it. Arbiter on Moto bodies another player. And I should really have kept a kill count of how many times my opponent has just, like, murdered themselves because of Leonin Arbiter. Yeah, well, I'm down for a Displacer here. Displacer Crew Copter. If I find another land, I'll probably pitch this Smasher. I don't even think I want. I think second Copter is just bad. The odds of me hitting a land at some point are pretty high, because I have this Copter and another land drop. Plenty of stuff. If I hit Eldrazi Temple, it's... No, they're not dead. They'd be at 1. Are you gonna cast that one thing? The blue guy? Yeah. Rogue Refiner. Got me. I have no idea how much Marvel costs to activate. they might like body me here. What the fuck did I come back to? Came back to modern Aetherworks Marvel. Let's take a look what they got. Yeah, through the breach, Emrakul, Marvel. All right, let's read this card. You have to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energy. Okay. And they have 3 mana. Yeah, I guess I take this Emrakul, but I think they're just dead, right? We just animate Copter with Thought Knot, attack them with all 3. They can trade with Displacer. They take 5, go to 7, and they're just like dead on board. They can play Whirler Stall though. Maybe I take Whirler, just so they can't do that. Because they only have 4 energy. They can't activate this Marvel next turn. Yeah, we're just going to take this Whirler. Crew this Copter. Put the Summoning Sick Thought Knot. So what's the worst case here? I attack with everything. We're just going to attack with everything. Thinking is hard. Gonna actually want this Thalia. Stalls them through the breach of the Aetherworks next turn. Just smash her. Cruise this Copter too. Just make sure we really have lethal. Wow, they traded the Arbiter over trading with the Displacer here? That's kind of surprising to me. In a world when energy is a modern Resurrection Bay is a slot in my heart. Yeah. Alright, if I'm gonna play against modern Marvel, then maybe I'll want this card. You just traded Rogue Refiner, though. I feel like Chalice is not very good against my opponent. I feel like Takali Honor Guard is pretty good against my opponent. Cast Out is probably also decent. I don't think Stony's worth it. It only shuts off the Marvel, right? Yeah, seems not... Man, Deckenstone might be okay. What sucks in this matchup? Arbiter, maybe? Arbiter sniped their one fetch land that one time, but... oh yeah, Chalice is bad, right? Chalice is not going to be good against my opponent. My opponent is probably playing, like, Bolt and Ancient Stirrings, maybe, and, like, that's probably it. They have that green artifact thing. Oh, they have... Oh, yeah, the Puzzle Knot. Maybe Stony is worth it. Turning off Puzzle Knot and Marvel. God, what a... I don't even... It's too late in the night. It's only 10:30, but my brain can't switch into I'm playing against Aetherworks Marvel in Modern mode. Like, what would I sideboard against Standard Marvel? Because that's basically what they're playing. Dismember is probably not great, except if it hits exactly those, like, Servant of the Conduits. Thalia is probably also not great. Thalia stalls their end game, like their Marvels and their Through the Breach. Maybe Copter's actually not good. Is Deckenstone good, though? Probably. Deckenstone can clear out a bunch of Thopters, but they make Thopters at instant speed. Man, this is so complicated. I'm just going to try to run my opponent over and make it not matter. And we'll run it like that. We'll be fine. Opponent's deck is terrible. How do we ever lose? Wow, these Copters are suddenly really awful. You have Thalia? Copters? It's probably like good enough, but I'm not happy about it. I don't think I'm going to Thalia on turn 1. I might want to save this Simian Spirit Guide for a turn 3 Thought Knot. Oh shit, the 2-1 flying dude gives your graveyard ENT of Lingering Souls. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they have a Tune with Aether in their deck. Interesting. So that makes sense. So maybe Chalice isn't the worst card in the world. I don't think running out turn 2 Thalia is going to be very good. If anything, I think they're just going to... I guess they would stop them from puzzle knotting here. Yeah. So maybe turn 1... But I'm pretty light on lands, so it's... I kind of want to have a more guaranteed Thought Knot Seer. Probably playing Arbiter over Thalia right now. Technically, Arbiter goes core to them, but that seems really loose with how my mana base is working out right now. Yep. So yeah, they have Ancient Strings and Attune with Aether. Maybe Chalice is slightly better than I gave it credit for. They have a Marvel. They almost have enough energy to use it. If they play Attune's going to get them. They can't cast Attune. Haha, they're just playing it for 2 energy. So now we can Thalia them off of this Marvel. I can technically Ghost Core to them too, try to get them like that. I think just the Thalia is fine. I really just want to Thought Knot the Marvel out of their hand. Have lived until you cast out through the Breached Emmy. Have not gotten that far in life quite yet. Oh, we did it. Unless they, like, counter this. Some nonsense. They have 2 Marvels. That's rude. They also have an Anger that they can't cast. Emrakul. So, I mean, they need another land. They're going to crack this Puzzle Knot. They need another land to spin the Marvel. So taking a Marvel doesn't do anything, right? I just take Anger the guys, try to kill them. I was hoping they didn't have exactly, like, 2 Marvels in hand. I don't have enough mana to try to blink this next turn, I guess. We just take Anger. Hope they whiff on a land here. Yep, crack the Puzzle Knot. Yeah, though having extra 1s is a little bit concerning. Against the... There are various hate cards that are really good against X1s, obviously. So we're just going to play THC here. To stop them from having an untapped land. Or, yeah, so they have to draw exactly a basic land into Marvel to hit the Emrakul. See, this is working out great. Now they're just dead on board, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they're just dead. Cool, we did it. Anyway, the 2/1 flyer. Yeah, it's dangerous that it's another 1 toughness creature in a world where 1 toughness is so, like, things that deal 1 damage are so good against other taxes. Stuff like Staticaster, stuff like Orzhov Pontiff or whatever. In Legacy, it's stuff like Marsh Casualties, Dread of Night, and stuff like that. So it does make you weaker to those sorts of strategies. But again, I'm not playing like a huge pile of them or anything. I think I'd play like 1, maybe 2 in the deck. Yeah, like, it's bad against Last Hope. Last Hope's another big one. Ballista. Alright. Alright, man, good luck. Yep, the 3-2 Dream, that's the plan. Later, Spider Space. We're wrapping up here shortly. We're gonna mulligan 2-6, because this hand is terrible. Have a good night. I think this hand's, like, fine. Not happy about it. Hopefully our opponent's playing something Dismember's good against. Turn 2 Chalice on 1 on the draw in the blind. Probably not good enough. We just need lands for Thought Knot. Yo, we're playing against Boggles. Well, I said card decks Dismember would be good against. And we got the literal worst matchup for Dismember possible. The Chalice on 1 would be really good here, though. I'm just gonna, like, pants, and then we die. This Thought Knot's pretty bad into their play line. There's definitely a chance I'm supposed to just concede to this. Well, how high is that chance? I think it's like 100% that I'm dead. Oh, they only have 2 cards left in hand. Can I raise a 3-2? Unlikely. Who cares? We'll keep playing. They just play like... They would have played a Ethereal Armor if they had it, just to deal more damage this turn. Maybe they'll flood out. Maybe they're not going to have Daybreak Coronet. Spirit Mantle, okay. Temple. Temple's good. It means I don't take damage here. I could Ghost Quarter them. I don't think I want to. I could, like, Displace or Ghost Quarter them for a free Stone Rain. Or I could just play a 4-4 to try and race. Also, now if we draw Copter, we can... No, never mind. It's got Spirit Mantle on it. They have Daybreak Coronet again. We just die, but... Opponent doesn't know how Arbiter works. Sweet. There's the brief pause as they try to figure out desperately how Arbiter works. Because they just cracked their fetch and nothing happened. When it says, LOL, I'm dumb in chat. Maybe now I Ghost Core them. Oh, they drew Rancor, that's annoying. So we're dead on board, or we're not dead on board, we're going to do an enchantment. And we can only take them for 6 here? Wait, that means we do actually set up lethal, right? We're going to Ghost Core them as well. Make them less likely to be able to cast an aura to lethal me, please. Please. Alright, that land doesn't do anything. They can't attack. We can't lethal them, though, is the issue. Shut up. Photoshop. So we can play Thalia to prevent auras from being cast. And slowly set up enough power to kill them. We can't tap this Rising Canopy or we lose, because we're at 6. But we need to be able to attack with the Thought Knot plus 9 power to kill them. With Thalia, we'll have 7. We'll need another creature. Smasher definitely does not do it. Smasher does do it if we had another land. I can't blink anything relevantly. Blinking anything does nothing. I could crack the Canopy, but that just puts me down on lands. And if we hit a land, we can just actually Smasher them for lethal. They block the Smasher and they take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're dead. Could technically attack with everything. They block Thought Knot and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 2. I could kill them over 2 turns. That gives them a draw from the Thought Knot. Actually, no, I could just blink the Thought Knot, right? I mean, it gives them a draw either way, but it keeps my Thought Knot in play. But that guarantees lethal over the next 2 turns, and they would have to draw an untapped non-shock land and also a 1-drop. Yeah, we'll go for it. Oh, they can't even draw the card because they have hexproof. Does this target? Oh, interesting. Please don't kill me. They need like Razor Verge or basic into 1-drop enchantment. Oh my god, how do we win that game? What? I almost conceded on like turn 2. We actually managed to race that. Jesus. Holy cow. Alright, so sideboard plan. Don't really have a lot of sideboard cards against Boggles. Luckily, I think like Chalice of Void is obviously your best card in this matchup, with Worship being a close second, I suppose. God, that last game was pretty stressful. I totally thought I was gonna die. Just cut some Dismembers. Dismember is only good against Spirit Dancer. And we have, like, Displacer, which is also excellent against Spirit Dancer if they really go in on it. I think we can afford to just cut the Dismembers because they're so bad in the matchup. Oop. I'm only bringing in 3 cards. Let's run it like that. Alright, we want turn 1 Chalice in this hand. Turn 1 Thalia is also not bad. But turn 1 Chalice is just very, very, very good. Ugh. Can we defeat the Boggles Menace and get to the 3-2? We should go to sleep. Goodbye, second time, Yaz. Have fun. Opponent. I don't know what happened to the opponent. Alright, we have turn 1 Thalia. It is what I asked for. Put him Mulligan to 6. I'll keep. Turn 1 Thalia pretty strong. Interesting. Cast out does not hit lands. Unfortunate if they go in on this Dryad Arbor. It might just be that that's their only land for their creatures that they're actually going to cast here. Like, they kept Dryad Arbor, Hexproof Guy, like, Umbra, some other stuff on 6. Boggles just have to mulligan pretty aggressively, so... Hopefully I can just kind of egg him out with this Thalia, because it's the only card I have. Might need to just cycle this cast out to find stuff to play. They do have more lands. Maybe they are just going in on this Arbor. Oh, no, they do have a Boggle. Oh, wow. A whole bevy of dudes. We have turn 3 Reality Smasher. So we're just going to try and race, I guess? We will have cast out on turn 4 with the Spirit Guides. We can cast out an enchantment if need be. The attack there is probably fine. If the opponent has any enchantment besides, like, Rancor, I won't be able to block very profitably. I guess I'd be okay trading if they have, like, an Ethereal Armor. A Spirit Link? That's not scary at all. We're just going to jam repeatedly. they buff it up more? Yeah. Now they can gain 3 life. We're still racing, and we have this cast out next turn. If we draw like another smasher, they just die. Wait, do they? No, they don't, because they probably gain 3 here. They do have to chump block the Glade cover, though, on the Thalia to not die, if we draw Smasher. If not, we still have Cast Out for the Spirit Link or the Ethereal Armor. Could Ghost Core to the Stride Arbor, but it doesn't do anything, because they can just find a basic. Okay, so this is set up so that we can actually just kill them, right? Because we can Ghost Core to the Stride Arbor out of the way and then just lethal them. Yeah, this is fine. Oh, they might just not attack, right? Oh, they're attacking? Alright. Yeah, we're going to cast out this Spirit Link and then win the game. Whew. Got there against the Boggles Menace. Where is Boggles on this list? Played against it once. We didn't even cast a Chalice of the Void. Easy. 2-0'd them. Managed to 3-2 this league in good time. So we're going to go ahead and just host someone real fast here, because I'm very tired. I haven't been getting much sleep, so I would love to sleep. Magic the Gathering. So, thank you everyone for coming out tonight. I had a lot of fun. Played the Spider Space Special Thalia Stompy, which is a deck that I've kind of been enjoying. What did we lose to? We lost the Dredge one, which I think there was a chance I win if I did the right play with the Thought Knot. And then we died to Infect with some classic me having very bad luck. So this deck does feel like more powerful, maybe, than when I was initially playing it. Maybe just because I've been getting better at assessing what's good with the deck, what hands are good, what plays are better. Obviously not all the time, because we mucked up the one game, but I like the deck. But we will go back. I need to go back to be just playing like mono white taxes. I haven't played that in a while, so we'll go back to messing around with that. But for tomorrow, we'll be playing black-white Eldrazi taxes as per the Wednesday norm. Shoutouts to all the time. But yeah, I'm excited for a lot of cards to come out in July with M19. The Spirit seems sweet in both Modern and Legacy, like the 2/1 flyer for 2 that sacks the Tormod's Crypt to your opponent. Anyway, I need to stop talking about random stuff. As soon as we find someone to host. Hosting people is always so hard because no one wants to play Death and Taxes or Legacy on Twitch. Oh, Legacy. Check pile? Yeah, I'm down for that. They're down at the bottom here. We'll go ahead and host them in a second. So, alright, so thank you everybody for joining me. Hope you had a good time. Managed to 3-2 with the deck. Feels pretty good. So, if you like the content, you want to see more Death and Taxes stuff, that's basically all we do around here, you can hit the follow button. It costs you totally nothing. It helps you know when I'm going live. Helps other people find my channel as well. Other things you can do, you can subscribe or donate. Subscriptions get you the sweet Thalia emote. Shown in bottom right here, usually sits in the sideboard or in the text box during games and stuff. If you donate, I'm more than willing to try out Death and Taxes list that you want to see. If you want to see a certain card, you want to see a certain color splash, certain format, whatever, just feel free to let me know in the donation or message, whatever. I'll be happy to try out whatever cool cards you want. if all the time wants to donate for me to play that 3-3 for 3 with Death Touch, whatever, from M19, I'll run it through a league. We do a lot of nonsense, especially when it comes to like testing out cards that could potentially be good. Anyway, thank you all for joining me today. We're gonna go host this guy playing Check Pile. What's his? TJ Slick. I don't think I've ever hosted them or heard of them before, but they're down towards at the bottom. They probably just started streaming or something. So feel free to go send them my love, even though their deck beats the pants off mine. They're currently also playing Death and Taxes, so. Anyway, I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the content.